Hi. All right. So here we are, and I'm gonna just do a little bit of jibber jabber, talk about some upcoming projects and some reviews that's gonna come up. Stuff that's been out for a while, stuff that's newish. So first, let's start with the reviews. But before reviews, please watch this and participate. Okay, for those who didn't get my telepathic message, please click on the QR code or scan it, whatever you have to do, and buy me some coffee. We're trying to turn this into a professional operation or an actual cult. Bye! Okay, so here we are. I have on my lap my stack of books I'm going to make videos about. So I'm going to show them. Sorry, a little bit of gas here. And then we'll go over some other projects that are going to happen in the future. So for the two schizophrenics who watch this channel, yeah, you might be interested. Okay, first, Steampunk. It's a TTRPG that's focused a lot on the gaming, more than the role play stuff. It reminds me of game systems completely different, but the presentation reminds me a little bit of it's like a cleaned up Merkberg, in that Merkberg's really crazy, sometimes hard to read. That's why you're better off buying the book to support them and then downloading the free rules to read the rules. This doesn't need that, but it's a great little idea centered on dungeons exploration. So it's kind of OSR adjacent, but it's not D&D and it's not a D20 game. It's its own beast. All right. Then I have Adventures with Friends. That is kind of like a very kid-friendly 5e source book for adventures. You have also a lot of you can craft with your kids before the adventure and then make the adventure. It's for kids. So if you're a dad like me and you have maybe newer players, younger players, people who are might be interested but may not have the attention span, there's a lot of things you can do with that. A lot of cute little fairy tale stories. I don't know if it's very PG. It's not, you know, the grim dark of you get from Games Workshop. It's the opposites. Now here's this puppy. Ooch. Well, now here's this puppy. Adventures Almanac. Now this thing is setting agnostic. It is very basically, you just if you're running either a long-term campaign, you can you can use that as your calendar, your a way to have seasons, events, holidays happen. It's really cool. Here, then we have the fantasy map making, Game Master's Guide to Fantasy Map Making. It's just kind of how to draw maps and make your own fantasy maps, stuff you can hand to players or just for yourself. Is that going to make you a great cartographer? No. Heck, you could for practice draw fantasy maps of real world places. I'm a big believer of using the real world and slightly changing it to make fantasy. But that's just me. Now, I got this one and this one. They're both, one's Eberron, Fort of the Artificer, and Eberron, Rising from the Last War. Squeaky chair. All right, so Eberron is, it was a setting that was originally developed for 3rd edition 3.5 D&D. It's fantasy meets steampunk meets Indiana Jones. It's different. Every race is completely different than what you're used to in your old Forgotten Realms. The Drow are into scorpions, not spiders. That tells you everything. Uh, Great little setting. Definitely will cover more so we can get that. I'm having problems with my camera. It keeps me the... Yeah, see that? Okay. Well, here we are. And then I'm still covering My Little Pony and its compatible other Hasbro property, Transformers. And again, they're both published by Renegade Studios. Now, Renegades seems to do a lot of like other people's IP, and then we'll develop it. They're currently the ones making Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse, World of Darkness stuff. I hope we come out with Mage. Vampire and Mages were my two favorite kind of things in the World of Darkness. But yeah, going back, Renegade Studios does this. Great. Oh, yeah, I hit my forehead in my sleep. It used to be a big bump, and then it started bleeding. And now it's just there. Okay, it's hopefully healing. I'll put some Neosporin on it, maybe. Go back. So yeah, you have these two... I have a sneaking suspicion that maybe sometime in the future, Renegade is going to be running the D&D main setting. Especially with the lawsuits they're having with Hasbro, using Magic the Gathering to inflate profits and manipulating the market. Yeah, Magic the Gathering is, from a business standpoint, is all about manipulation, low-key gambling, and stuff like that. All right, I gotta run the whole thing. Again, this is recorded, but I'm just running it like I'm live streaming this thing, so give me 2 seconds. All right, yeah, so at 10 to the family. So I have a giant forehead, which means that every 1/8 of an inch that my hairline recedes is like a bigger loss. But if you look at my mom, even, old pictures of her, she's the big ass forehead. Yeah. So, yep. Okay, so Renegade Studios, I think, might very well be taking over D&D. This is just a prediction. I have no insiders in Renegade Studios. I know nobody at TSR or Wizards or anybody. I have no connection with the industry. Is TSR still a thing? I know somebody tried to relaunch the company because Hasbro let the trademark lapse. I hate the way my voice sounds. I have to deepen it, and it goes, and do you have a nasal voice sometimes? And I fucking hate it. So I practice deepening a little deeper than what I normally am. Okay, this is just me being kind of goofy now. I don't know anybody would want to see this cut up. Okay, so this is just a quick preview. And now, my next big project, if somebody sees this, yeah, you're gonna be surprised. I'm organizing my small con/film festival. It's gonna be 2 nights of screenings, 1 day of gaming. We, the royal we, are trying to go for 2 classic fantasy films. One want more towards the PG area, and the other probably maybe something more R. And depending, I'm gonna have a Kickstarter. Jesus Christ, the fucking black. Okay, I'm gonna have a Kickstarter, and on top of that, we are doing. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a Kickstarter, and depending on how much, if I make gangbusters, I could have a third night, or and a second day, or have a night of Dungeons and music too to it. We'll see. Again, I'm aiming for 1 screen, 1 small hotel convention slash room, and maybe I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's just gonna be some dorks at a library, and uh, I don't want to overhype it, because my goal is just to make something fun for you guys. Did my phone just beep? Hey, what the hell? I should silence that thing, but who does? I mean, I turn it off when I see a movie at theaters. What's this one? Not even my app. I think it's some shit my daughter downloaded. My bestie messaged me about a band that she doesn't like and I think is cool. I told her, aging hipster shit. I used to try to be a hipster. Like, really. Like, I would go to bars, and that were the hip indie rock bars, and what a douche I was. I still am a douche, apparently. Just more self-aware. Alright. What's this croaky? Women do it, and it's like, Kim Kardashian. This way of talking. See, I try to regulate how I talk. I'm very self-aware and terribly shy, and as a dungeon master, you should master your delivery. You should, I don't think you should make cartoon voices. You should be able to do voices. Alright. Well, this is it. This is a quick little update. I don't want to divulge too many secrets and wizarding shit I'm working on. Yeah. All right. Okay, I'm going to take a pregnant break. Thanks if you've seen this to the very end. You deserve a hug and love. Nobody watches shit to this very end. I'm pretty sure. I'm not that entertaining, I think. All right, well, time to stop this. Dumped it into Resolve. Try to sweeten the audio and work some mojo. Mojo. Yeah. Right. So you know these wears gloves and they do these things like that. I'm like, I don't have that kind of dexterity anymore. I could barely do shadow puppets, you know. I can go like this for hours. It's just I have no friends. So I lost my social skills and my sense of proportion. Oh God. Losing my mind. Alright, well better stop this and bye.